Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the M44, it's the Tier 6 American SPG, and this one's located on the north spawn of Malinovka under the command of Hayseed 1776. Well, he's American, you can tell that because there's a stars and stripes on the side of the vehicle, and it's resplendent in Sir Rusty's colours, the What Arty Noob colours, and battle has started. In fact, we've got a pair of M44s in this game, as well as the Lorraine 15550. Well, we're off to find a firing position, and I think we found one. Now, Hayseed is a regular to our channel. He's actually appeared in other videos before, and he's actually quite a good Arty player. He's got a mark of excellence on his barrel, which I think you can see, and he's found his first target. It's an MT25 Tier 6 Soviet light tank. Dialing in. Almost ready to go. Round out. Direct hit! 243 hit points with his first shot. And he's more than likely still in that bush because I reckon he was tracked by that shot. He hasn't appeared. Gonna go for another shot. Round out. Oh, well, he must have moved and we didn't see it. And we also saw a KV-85 just killed by the other M44 in our team. And I suspect that that MT25 was actually trying to get into a good spotting position and failed. Looked like he ignored the bush, which is slightly to the right of the screen at the moment, and went for the river or the lake side, trying to move up as far as he could in the bushes on the south side of the lake. Okay, I wonder if he's going to try again. Well, just slightly to the left. Oh, he's just platooned. And I believe we'll just set my... Yep, he's just platooned with the Lorraine 15550. I didn't reset my team lists after the last replays. Of course, I was just doing a couple of team killing replays. Team killing videos, so we needed to change the screen so that we could see exactly what was going on, and a pair of enemies had turned up. Well, there's a Nunez right up on top of that spotting rise, the plateau. Oh, 215 hit points, and he was killed immediately afterwards, so he picked up the stun assist. So that's a very useful shot, that. And a whole bunch of enemies have turned up on top of the hill. Okay, Panther M10, we're loaded, ready to go, dialing in. Gonna go for the Panther? I think so. Round out. Should be good. It is! Oh, and he was killed immediately afterwards. So again, we've picked up a nice amount of damage, 271, and then spotting assist afterwards. And he's almost reloaded. Seems he has a very fast reload on this Arty. Okay, he's fired a round in there. Oh, he got a hit! He definitely got a hit there. Not sure which tank he actually hit, but there's the Panther 2. He's loaded, ready to go, working out where it's going to go. Fires a round in, and another direct hit. 183 hit points this time. And he's still stunned. Okay, he's lost the stun now. Of course, you know the stun is shorter for the M44. Oh, fired ahead of it. He thought it was going to move forward. I thought so too. I would have made the same estimation. Almost ready to go. Okay, we're loaded. Round out straight away. And it lands directly behind him. But it's a splash. 104. No sign of the other tanks that are up on top of the hill. There's an AMX M445. That may have been the tank that he actually hit earlier. And his platoon buddy has actually got a hit in there. And he's now got a hit for 148. Now the mod's saying this is a 203 MMB4, but it's not. I think that's a mod error. We're following the Panther 2. We're loaded. Rounds out straight away. And another direct hit. 254. This is really good work. Keeps the pressure on the enemy, and there's his platoon mate, the 15550, gets 297. So that Panther is now one shot for anyone who fires at him. Working out where he's going to go. Round out straight away, and he was so lucky to survive that shot. Only got 46 hit points when all the previous ones have been in the hundreds, and he only gets 46 hit points when he hits the thing side on. That is incredible. I don't know how he survived that. He fires north. No, he didn't move up there. Okay, we're going to have to leave the Panther 2 for the moment. There's a Cromwell B over here being a bit of a nuisance. And we're almost ready. Round out straight away on the Cromwell B. Goes long. Goes and hits the cliff behind him. But we've lost sight of both the Panther 2, the Black Prince and the Cromwell B now, because there's nobody really near them at the moment to spot for us. Firing another round in where the Cromwell B was last seen. Now we are the first and the closest to the enemy at this moment, so we need to relocate, and so does the Lorraine 15550. We need to find a position much further south. The rest of the team are moving south, with the exception of the SU-100, and that Lorraine needs to go. He needs to move away from there. He's just too vulnerable. But instead, Hayseed has decided to travel as far west as he can and taken up position near the cap, but he's angling back to try and get shots on the Cromwell, who's now reappeared, and he's going straight for it, dialed in on the point, looking at the Cromwell. Can he get a shot in there? I think he can. Rounds out, looks good, and it landed just short of the Cromwell, but it went unsighted just as the shell landed, so I think it did do some damage. Now he's asking the AMX 1375 to move up and do some spotting, but he hasn't. He's going the opposite way. That was a direct hit. So he did get the Cromwell with that shot. AMX 1375 has finally realised what he's been asked to do, and is doing that. He's actually moving to intercept, moving to spot for the team. Firing another round into the same spot, and he killed him! He got him! A beautiful shot there. The Black Dogs just found one of the enemy Arty. It's the M44 in the enemy team. We're dialing in. He's moving because he knows he's been seen. And there was the tracer from the other enemy Arty. And our shell lands behind. Now, the other enemy Arty was just slightly to the left. About 3 inches, I should say, on screen. About 5 centimetres. Slightly more than 5 centimetres, but... Fired another round where the M44 was last seen. No joy. I don't think the other Arty would have moved, because I don't think he thought that he'd been spotted. Okay, we're aiming for where the Black Prince was last seen. Others are moving to try and spot for us. We fired a round in, and we got a hit! The Black Prince is still there, because there was no explosion to that shell, so we definitely hit the Black Prince. He's going to have less hit points. Yes, he is. He's showing less hit points now. So we've definitely got a good hit. And the Lorraine just hit him. We fired another round in. And that's a kill shot. 169. The AMX 1375 is going up on top of the hill. I don't think they'll find anything up there, though. But it might be useful, because it might be that the enemy RT could go up on top of the hill just to find a new firing position. Now, the last enemy that was seen in that zone was the Panther 2, the one that we badly damaged earlier in the game. AMX is coming up on the position. Okay, we've decided to go back to re-aim or adjust our aim. Don't know why that IKV is returning towards us. That's very odd. In fact, he's gone up right alongside us. He's right down the west of the map. No sign of the Panther 2 yet, but I'm sure he's in that area. I think the enemy Arty was just slightly to the left. Oh, there's the Panther 2. He's been spotted. We're dialed in. Going for him, working out where he's going to go. Fires a round in. Might be a bit short. It is, but it stunned him all the same. Just as he went out of view, People are firing at him whilst he's stunned. We know where he's headed. He's only got little hit points, and he is a one-shot. He was killed. They did get a shot at him, and we're loaded, ready to go. And I think just slightly further on is the Arty. He was headed towards the Arty at the time. I think we might see the tracer from the enemy Arty if we keep looking in this direction. No sign yet. The AT-15 is painfully slow to move about, but it's also very difficult to destroy. Now he's looking in the corner of the map. There are 3 Arty on the enemy team, an SU-8, a GW Panther 2, a GW driver, say, Panther, and an M44. Okay, one of the Artys has been spotted. It's the GW Panther, who's exactly where I thought he was. That's the exact position I was looking at earlier, being 5 centimeters from where the M44 was last seen. And the shell lands just after the AT-15 takes the kill. Right, but he's moving south, and there's the SU-8. Dialing in. Oh, and he's killed before our shell can even be fired this time. And now we just need to kill the M44 and the Jackson. Jackson was last seen slightly over to the west. And that AT-15 is taking regular hits, and I think that's from a Jackson. So the Jackson must be in view range of the AT-15. And the SU-100 is moving up. There's the M44. We're moving to shoot the M44, adjusting. We're almost ready to shoot. Round out straight away. And he's been killed. And it was the AT-15 who got him, but both Artys hit the same spot at the same time. And that just leaves the Jackson. Now he must be nearby the AT-15 because the AT-15 was taking repeated hits from a 90mm gun, and that sounds like the Jackson. The Lorraine's now starting to move south. We're staying where we are for the moment. The flight time to the enemy is approximately 2.7 seconds, according to the mods. In those circumstances like this, what you would do is you would aim ahead of where the AT-15 can see, and you want to try and work out in your mind where the viewing range of the AT-15 extends, because you're probably going to see the Jackson the same moment on the minimap or on the visual on Battle Assistant that the AT-15 sees him. But Hayseed's moving to a much closer position. Oh, he has been seen! The Jackson must be close by. He's been seen by the Jackson. He's weaving to try and get out of the way of the Jackson. Needs to get into cover quick. That means, yeah, that's the Jackson's in the south, and he's firing at him because I saw some damage to a fence there. So he is being seen, so he needs to get off this rise and get into a position where he can shoot at the enemy. There's the Jackson. Okay, he needs to get round this corner and start shooting now. Right, he's going to the aim. Oh, and the Jackson's taken out before he can even shoot. And he fires one anyway. He's won the game. So, it was unfortunate that moment, but you could see where the Jackson was. And look at this, it's an ace tanker for Hayseed 1776 in the M44. He also picked up a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. He got 16. A Gore's medal for doing more damage than 10 times the hit points of his own vehicle. And he got the high caliber. He dealt the most damage in the battle, and I can understand that because he was actually pummeling those tanks up on top of the hill, stripping them of their hit points every time he fired, and that certainly did contribute to the high caliber. So let's have a look at team scores, see where he stood. High caliber, 2,848 hit points of damage. Next highest scorer was the Panther 2 with 2,299. And you saw what he did to that Panther 2. He took virtually all of his hit points away. So most of that 2,848 comes from this poor little Panther 2. Well, poor little Panther, I don't really mean that, but it's certainly, that's where it came from. He also managed to get 2 kills. He was 3 behind the AT-15, who was actually doing a nice little cleanup of taking out the enemy Arty. And then on the enemy team, it's the Panther 2 who managed to get 3 kills. And then they had a GW Panther who got 2, and their SU-8 also got 2. So the Arty did quite well in this game. And when it came to base XP, of course it was Hasty 7076 who got the highest amount, 1203, and I'm thinking in part that was helped very much by the fact that he managed to pick up an awful lot of stun assist off those enemy tanks that he was hitting. Next came the Lorraine 15550 that he was platoon with. He managed to get 817 base XP, and then finally we've got the IS-2 with 706 and the SU-100 with 706. So let's have a look at detail report. Well, he fired 29 rounds during that battle. He got 11 direct hits, 11 penetration. Shows the power of that 155mm howitzer. He did splash damage on 6 as well. Total damage of 2,848 hit points, all at more than 300 meters. He hit 7 of the enemy but killed 2 of them. And he did 121 hit points of damage assist and 606 hit points of stun assist on the enemy of 15 stuns. On a standard account, he earned 37,976 credits, and he got a personal missions payout of 9,114. And after ammunition resupply, and the ammo is fairly cheap, he actually took away 32,445 credits. He received 1,203 base XP, got 602 from personal reserve and 289 from a personal missions payout, so his total came to 2,094 experience points altogether. A very nice clean ace tanker there, and it shows the power of the M44 when you've got a good player and you're able to focus your energy on killing the enemy tanks and keeping them back from your own guys, as he did on that hill. You certainly can reap rewards, and you either get an ace tanker or you certainly get a high caliber. Oh, it's the other way around. Yep. Okay. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give it a like and do subscribe to our channel, and hopefully it'll be your replay that I'll be featuring in the next video.